a few problems, so I had to screw this on. So at least that stayed on. We're also going to have to put this on top. We can't put it on the side because part of it's bowed. I don't know why, it's probably because of the cut. So we're going to have to do it this way, and that means I'm going to have to make sure that that part is square. And I suppose the best way to make sure that that's going to be square is by doing that. So now I've got to put super glue and everything all the way down here. So that's the bond. Now we'll just, hopefully we can right, that's that done. Now I've got to make sure this is we've got to make sure it's square. Yeah, it's a little bit trickier than I thought. So it doesn't want to just stick. So much for super glue, God. Well, that just didn't work, did it? What the hell is that not sticking? Give it another go. Oh, you're kidding me. Don't tell me I put it on the wrong bloody side. Oh, that's correct. Just got to turn it around. Good. What the hell? Why is it sticking? This is not sticking. Why is it not sticking? Well, I'll just let that stick overnight, I think. And then I'll glue up that side there. A bit harder than I thought it was going to be. This part goes on this side. I'm too scared to do it in case I bump the other. It's just so smooth. Maybe I should have roughed it up a bit. We'll just let that just set overnight and we'll come back to it tomorrow. So what I've done is that seems to be in place. It's really rock hard, but we just won't rock it too much because we're going to put other stuff. And we put them on top because that was the best way to be able to, but I think it's a good idea to put some glue down on the inside of that, which I'm going to do now just to create a buffer. So it just needs to be a bead of glue. That will stop them trying to get out. And now we're going to put this one in. But I'm sort of keen to, I've been thinking about the hinge system. I went to the local hardware store to see about but in actual fact, I wasn't, jury's out on me on the hinge part, so I think there's probably going to be another way of doing this. I might need to recut to suit. Anyway, I've got to put this on. Hopefully I don't have the same issues as what I did previously, but we'll see how we go. Yep, same issue. No idea why it takes forever to bond. It usually doesn't. Obviously the bond, the actual glue itself, isn't penetrating the other plastic fast enough. That's sort of how it's going to go. So I'll just keep it there, my fingers, but I don't know if it's actually going to bond. As soon as I let go, it's going to probably go back. I don't know. Here we go. Yep, it's good. We want that to be square. Square, let me think, square. This one's square. This is square. I'll just check to make sure it's square. Why a square? Oh, it is. Yeah, so those two corners are perfect. So if we go in like that, Yeah. And this sort of sits off the ground, but that's okay, we can fix that. And then we can put these on the end, like so. And then we'll slide the thing down on top. That's going to work out okay. And the reason why the height is here is that if we do have a hinge, there would be enough lever counter because, as you know, the square at the bottom, so as it curves up, it doesn't push this out to be a snug fit. But I think we'll have the one where it just pushes down. So we'll just let that do its thing. Yeah, it's going to be nice and square there. Excellent. So that's all worked out well. And we've got the plate for the top, which is good. So that's going to go on top, no problems. As for air vents, I looked at the grills with the washers at the hardware store, but I'm not convinced that that's the way to go. So I might actually have to get some very fine mesh, the same mesh that's probably on the computer fans on top. You quite often see on the case of a computer, and they're very fine mesh. I think I might just get some of that mesh. I might have some lying around actually. It should be good. Okay, so we will come back to this, and I'll let that dry. It'll take an hour or so, I suppose, to really get that, and then I'll put the ends on, and then we'll work out how I'm going to do the rest, and probably clean it all up and try and get it to fit on top. I've got to put the other pieces on the bottom to be able to make this fit in. But we'll probably put a piece in between here to strengthen this up. So we've got the bottom bit, we'll have the top bit that's going to be loose because we're going to take that off and on. So we'll have to have a support that goes across both sides. And we'll just use some of this. But we'll just cut some to the right width. But I'll wait for it to really dry before I do that. I can measure it perfectly. Yeah, okay, it's going to come along. It's going to be better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, great. We'll come back to it soon.